this fucking button.
Gotta get those channel views,
what
bro.
up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Pnoid News, because like literally I don't give a fuck about nothing but like goddamn fucking continuing to make garbage ass content for y'all motherfuckers on YouTube here. Alright, that's what I'm here to do. And by the way, since we did that intro right there, immediately, like everything demonetized. Actually, nah, it was already demonetized. Like, I'm just bullshitting. At no point was my shit ever gonna be monetized. Let's keep this all the way 100. Alright? Yo, man, listen, my cat is over here doing things. Bro. Yo, my cat literally has a bag of fucking, like, animal crackers on its fucking head, right? Listen, I swear to God. Like, bro, like, what are you doing, cat? Like, real shit.
What did you name the cat?
Yo, the cat's name is Jelly.
Jelly. For sure, I like it.
Yeah, listen, bro. This cat is dumb, right? This cat is stupid at the moment. All right, listen, I got some pictures of the cat with a fucking animal cracker back on his head. Anyway, back to what it is that we're doing at the moment, right? You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, listen, Jordan Peterson decided to take on 20 atheists on the Jubilee channel, right? And I find it to be absolutely ridiculous, right? Most of Jordan Peterson's claims are absolutely insane. So let's put this out here, what I believe in the beginning, right?
Wait.
What?
So I'm gonna tell you about the video title real quick. Originally, they called it the what is it? One Christian
versus 20 atheists. Yeah, and then it became Jordan Peterson versus 20 atheists, right?
Yeah,
Jordan Peterson's like, I'm not a Christian. I never said I was a Christian. I never said I was a Christian there, bucko. Right? You know what I mean? Right? Yeah.
Something, man.
Now give me my bloody pills.
Like, give me my bloody pills. You don't bloody know what you're talking about. You don't bloody know what it is that you're doing right now, fellas.
I went to Russia to get off those bloody things, and now that I'm back, I want those bloody things. Give me my bloody pills.
Yo, listen, I'm going to have to turn you up. Hang on a minute there, artist. Right, hang on a second there, buddy. Oh, no, you're up the whole way. You're going to need to turn yourself up somehow, all right?
Okay.
All right.
He's quiet for me, too.
Yeah, you're quiet at the moment. Okay, cool. Just as long as it ain't me.
My computer, like, totally died.
I don't care. Listen, I know, we all know, like you told us what had happened, and I don't care, right? Just fix your shit, okay?
Check. Hello? Is that
No, it's worse.
Hello.
How is that worse?
It just sounds weird.
Yo, bro, listen.
Just roll with it.
No, don't roll with it, okay? Like, you need to fix your stuff, okay? Stop being, like, terrible at interneting, all right, boomer? And this is coming from me, bro. Like, this should not be coming from me. I'm going to keep it a beam with you. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's
Right.
fine. Listen,
Hold up. We're gonna share copy link. Shh. Listen, I'm putting this on Discord. Hang on, I gotta put this on Discord, right? So that I'm able to like stand here and content showing. I don't even know I don't even know where I am showing this at the moment, right? Oh, that was mine. Why am I in content showing? Go to my main channel.
Jordan Peterson gets beaten by children.
audio advice from the guy that we can never hear anyway.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I finally fixed my problem. I don't know how the fuck it happened, but I somehow fixed it, right? I reloaded my drivers 12 times, and like finally it took. Right. All right. Anyway, right. So like, okay. Yeah. Like, right. So let me put the shit out here real quick. All right. So here's how this works. All right. All these Christians in America, all these people in America are looking for like morality and like a way to be able to stand here and go, well, like, we want to be able to, like live a good life and, fucking have like morals and values and all this type of stuff. And they're like, well, we're going to reach, you know what I'm saying, for, Christianity, right? And reaching for Christianity is a terrible idea. And I'm going to tell you why. Because like Christianity isn't where you got your morals from. All right. You got your morals because like you lived in a place that was like, like a village that you never left. Right. Like the average human being like never left their goddamn village. And so therefore you had to deal with the same like 400 people every week and every month. And like you had to rely on them for food and protection and like so your kids would be safe. You had to know them and have these conversations and like be able to act like a decent human being. This is where morals come from. It's right. Literally like that's your interactions with other people around you over time through your culture. Right. And so like what you end up having is rules on guardrails on your culture. Hang on, wait, I'm talking, right? Rules and guardrails on your culture, because like you'll have things that are bad, right? Like for instance, you have a swamp where your cat's like parasites or near your village, right? And they'll say, don't go to the swamp, right? And like, yo, this will be passed by the fireside from like father to son and mother to daughter and like uncle to nephew, whatever it is, right? And you know what I mean? Like eventually these things become fables about like whatever, you know what I mean, like nonsense. Like this guy went to the village and he ended up, or he went to the swamp and he came back, and when he came back there was a giant, you know what I mean, like monster inside his belly, and there was grabblers, and he had to drink turpentine to get rid of. No, that's Owen Benjamin, I'm sorry, that's the wrong fucking fable. Yo, but like listen, right, the point is that like all this stuff becomes religions eventually, right? And then when you have like things like Christianity come through, which by the way is a Jewish Arab religion, right? And I mean it ends up folding over top of like European like basic fucking community structures and cultures that already exist. That's why like Catholicism in Italy looks much different than Catholicism in like say Mexico, right? They're two different fucking religions because like they're two different cultures that they're fitting over. The things that they're solidifying and actually like fucking locking in are literally like two different fucking types of people, right? And they have two different ways of interacting with each other, right? And so this is why these things look different in different places. And that's what we're like dealing with right now. And Jordan Peterson thinks Christianity is literally where we get our morals from, and he's dumb. All right, that's what it is. Any of you guys got something else to add?
No, I think you put a nice little bow on it.
Well, yeah, that's what I do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, you know,
I mean, but it's not exclusive to Jordan Peterson.
I agree. 100%. I fucking agree with you, right? It is not exclusive to Jordan, right, in any way, right? So
especially these college kids that really don't know anything of Christianity because like their whole youth has revolted against it. I think that's a big part of it too.
I mean, but the weird thing is like, yo, it shouldn't be like me, the high school dropout, who's explaining this to like the you know, I mean, the clinical like clinician. He's a psychological clinician, right, with like masters and PhDs and nonsense from like the University of Ontario or Toronto. Man, listen, I don't really care about it's Canada, right?
He taught at Harvard too for a while.
I literally don't care, right? I'll be honest with you. So we're gonna get into this video because it's like an hour and 28 minutes long. And I mean, Jordan Peterson decided to take on. In my Substack piece today, I said, listen, we used to have before the 100 guys versus a gorilla meme. We all used to talk about like whether or not like how many kindergartners could you beat before they mobbed you, right? Well, we find out that Jordan Peterson's gonna get smacked by like 20 fucking college kids, right? He's gonna try his whole like he's gonna look at somebody real hard like, you watch your mouth there, bucko. I wish like he would do that to a real man, right? Remember, like, you want to step outside right now, dog? Like, we can go get this done, right? Because like all that tough guy shit needs to cease, right? But anyway, let's get into the video.
Be a smartass.
Either you're a Christian or you're not. Which one is it?
You're really quite something, you are.
Aren't I? But you're really quite nothing. Right? You're not a Christian.
Okay, I'm done with him. Hello there. I'm Dr. Jordan Peterson. I'm a clinical psychologist, a professor emeritus at the University of Toronto, an author, a podcaster,
dude with the hand
public
over his
speaker,
mouth just
and
killed
today
me.
I'm surrounded by 25 atheists.
Hang on, wait, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He is wrong, right, with his numbers, right? To start this off with, my man can't count, right? Listen, my man can't count. Jordan Peterson versus 25 Bro, listen, the title don't match the screen at the moment, right? It says 20 atheists. And we're looking at 25 atheists.
And they have 10 million subscribers, too.
Yeah, listen, I feel like they're trying to help Jordan here, bro. Like, because originally it was a Christian versus 20 atheists. Now it's Jordan Peterson, because Jordan Peterson is not a Christian, all right? Jordan Peterson is Jordan Peterson. He is his own thing, folks, all right?
You would have known that before you put the fucking title up on the video instead of, like, trying to change it on the video, right? Like, when you're talking about, like, when you're editing in, the graphic, surrounded. You would think you would know your facts before they did that and embedded it.
I feel
You
you.
can change the title easy, but
Oh, hey, bro, listen, hold up a minute. Hang on a minute, right? Yo, bro, y'all, listen, I got Jordan Peterson's like intro music, right? No, it's what is it? It's ASAP Larry. There we go. Hold up. I got Jordan Peterson's fucking ASAP Larry dumbbell. Right, hold up, bro. Wait, we got. Listen, hang on a minute. I'm gonna let me share this tab. Hold up, yo, listen, y'all gonna like this. Hold up. Here's his intro.
Lobster gang. I've been here forever, yeah. Don't make business with my place that they don't love me, I don't care. They say, Larry, you an officer, how therefore you get those rounds. And they say, Larry acting selfish cause he focus on himself. I've been evil ever, yeah. I've been evil ever, yeah. I'm a 6'1" fucking lobster from my head down to my tail. They say, Larry, are you yeet? I don't know, so here's a bail. That was dumb hard, that's a dumb
What the fuck is this shit?
Yo, listen, you don't know about ASAP Larry, son? Listen, this is
I don't
Jordan
know shit
Peterson's
about
new
A$AP.
intro music. All right, this is ASAP Larry right here, dog. All right.
I thought his new intro music was that song.
We gotta make that go viral.
He made that Pink Floyd song, the Waking Up or whatever the hell it was called. Remember?
Yo, listen, this right here is motherfucker. It should be Jordan Peterson's debate intro music. You know what I mean? Like, yo, the beat is banging too, right? I'ma make sure you get done well. All right, man. Listen, so
Amazing. Amazing.
Yo, it's amazing, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, amazing. That was Jordan Peterson's intro music into this, okay? Like, yo, we got to give him the proper intro, all right? Legit. Because, like, he's not a Christian. He's a lobsterist, okay? He believes in lobsterism.
An underwater bug.
He's an underwater bug lover, okay? That's what he does. All right, so listen, let's get into this debate because we got a lot to get through, bro. We got a lot to get through.
My first claim, atheists reject God, but they don't understand what they're rejecting.
We knew what he was getting into. Fuck this shit.
Yo, listen, hold up, bro. Hang on. I know, but like, listen, we need clicks, and like, I feel like we're all gonna have fun doing this. Okay, so like, check this out. If you're an atheist, you don't believe in God, right? You know what I mean? That would be the same as like, yo, saying you don't know what you're missing because like, you know, fucking, you don't understand the tooth fairy. You know what I mean?
Weed is awesome, man. And if you don't try it, you don't know what you're missing.
I swear to God, bro, you really need to figure out how to turn yourself up. Like, but I feel you, right? Yeah, like this is atheists reject God, but they don't understand what they're rejecting. Like, yo, listen, do we really understand the tooth fairy? Is a tooth fairy supposed to be like it is in like Hellboy? You know, maybe we're misunderstanding the tooth fairy, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, right? I don't know, right? You know what I mean? Because like that's literally the claim, right? So like, if you don't believe in God, right, it'd be the same as like not believing in Santa Claus. And you don't understand what you're rejecting when you're rejecting Santa Claus. It's the same type of shit. Like, bruh, listen, let's go. We're gonna check this out.
Good afternoon, Dr. Peterson.
How you doing?
So this claim here that atheists don't know what they're rejecting. My background is in studying to become a traditional Catholic priest, daily mass, daily rosary, going on long retreats, deep into the magisterium and biblical hermeneutics, like I was thoroughly in it. And it seems like I do know what I'm missing. Is there something that I missed?
These kids are.
Yeah, listen, bruh. Remember, like, after World War II and Vietnam, like, all the strong men died, and so it was just the sneak breeders left, right? So just a lot of weak chin, small shoulder, you know what I mean, frail built motherfuckers. That's why, like, the new Spider-Man's, like, 3 foot tall. You know what I mean? Right, like, look at the cut. You know, Cut's Japanese, and he weighs, like, 65 pounds, right? You know what I mean? He's fucking, you know, he's, like, fucking 18 years old.
Soaking wet.
Yeah, right.
I mean, to be fair, Peter Parker was always meant to be kind of a smaller frame guy.
Bro, I don't remember this. Like, you watched the cartoon, right?
Well, I read
No,
the comic
Tobey
books
Maguire
before that.
had he was a frail guy before he underwent the transformation
Oh, no.
for the movie.
Well, no, he beefed up for the movie, but
small
at the same
actor.
time,
Yeah,
like
he did.
he was like that. He was like that, like sleeper buff. He was like a Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, but he wasn't like buff until the movie. He got like fucking ripped.
Yo, listen, in the cartoon, right? Because I don't read comic books because I'm not a fucking nerd, right? And I mean, Peter Parker was yoked.
I don't read comic books either, but I did when I was a kid.
I didn't read them when I was a kid because I wasn't a fucking nerd. I didn't have time for reading. Actually, I did read. I read books. I just didn't read comic books because I'm not a fucking nerd, right? I don't need pictures.
Yeah,
I like
'cause
my
reading's
imagination.
for fact.
Reading's for fact. Man, if you don't believe that, then fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah, listen, let's keep rocking up.
Just over years of study, both this issue formally and living out religion so deeply?
Well, you obviously feel that you missed something when you were practicing for the priesthood. Your aim was off then. So
And
there's
so-
always the possibility that it's still off now.
I mean, like, you had a skill issue, you know what I mean, because you left the monastery, you know what I mean? Obviously, you made a bad decision in trying to become a priest, you know what I mean? So that, like, that automatically means that, like, you know, you're fucking, you know what I mean, you make bad decisions with your life. That's, yo, bruh, like, yo, look at, he's over here with that Clint Eastwood fucking, you know what I mean, look, that 1,000-yard stare and shit. All right, yo, bruh, like,
Now,
What was off about my aim in the first
I
place?
don't know. That might take a long time to figure out.
Well,
But
then it seems kind of like this no true Scotsman type of fallacy in which you're the arbiter of people's aims and how they understand those aims to be. How is it that you can claim that people don't know something that you know about their life despite not having met them?
well, it's obviously a generic claim, just like the atheist claim that there's no God is a
Yeah.
generic claim. In your case, it would have to be specified more, and I'm not claiming to understand what was going on in your mind, but
Yeah.
my experience with atheists is twofold. Is that they have a very reductive notion of what constitutes God, let's say in the Judeo-Christian tradition, and they've often been hurt by someone who was religious or by the religious enterprise or perhaps by God himself, so to speak, and that's left
Yeah.
them with a
I just got a question. Who hurt you? All right. Yo, who hurt you?
unanimous.
But I think that you have a reductive view of what atheism is. You've defined religion so broadly to include any sort of having aim in life, any sort of cultural archetypes, or having a metaphorical substrate.
Yo, what up?
He said include. What the fuck is this guy from? Canada?
I have no idea. He also said hermeneutics earlier.
Hermeneutic. Is he from fucking Maine? Where's this guy from?
I don't know, Brad. Like, it's hermetics, right? I don't know why he said
Fucking
hermeneutics.
Falkland?
Like, bro, I don't know.
No, but can we address how clinical this debate is designed to be versus Peterson's side of it? Because, like, he's obviously getting flustered. He expected to just be the smart guy and show up and, like, school all these kids, but all these kids know how to do is debate because everything that's been said to them for
No.
Since-
Here's the thing. All these motherfuckers are debating YouTubers.
bring the proof.
Yo, no, these are all YouTube debaters. Right? Like literally, like there's guys who have YouTube channels who like they do debates, bro. And they literally said, "Yeah, we had an invite to this, but I couldn't make it work time wise."
Oh damn!
Right? These are all real debaters, so they're practiced. You know, what I mean, they're ready to go.
That's my point. Is they're not arguing a point. This is literal like clinical debate.
Yeah.
There's a science to it.
Oh, I feel you. Right. You know, what I mean, like, you know, there's charisma and shit involved, but like, I feel where you are. Right. You know what I mean? They're gonna like.
No, I mean, a debate has rules, and you don't just show up to a debate, right? You practice your points. You anticipate what the other person is going to throw at you. And that's why Jordan's just like, what the fuck is this? Because, like, you know, YouTuber guy is smoking him right now. I don't agree with him.
Bro, listen, yo.
He's smoking him.
Listen, I don't, and this is the thing, right? Like, I'd love to help Jordan Peterson out, right? I would. But on the same level, I also want to like disagree with everything Jordan Peterson says, because like literally, like he never can agree to like just a basic point, right? Wait till like, yo, man, listen, we're gonna get into this. You know what I mean? Like if you're still here, I hope you are, right? Like this shit gets ugly fucking fast. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like,
well, if it gets ugly fast, then I'll hang in. Sure.
Yeah. All right, just let's let it roll a little bit.
And atheism to you is a very specific type of like 3 people in the world that are these Raskolnikov type of, they want to get away with a perfect murder. It seems like you have the reductive view of what an atheist is.
Well, let's start with your claim. Mm-hmm. How do you define the God that you're rejecting? Like, what is God to you? You studied in the church, you found that unsatisfactory. How would you characterize what you rejected?
I think the average Christian believer, when they say that they're Christian and they believe, they mean some sort of God that is all-powerful, all-perfect, is somehow involved in the matters of this world, and that we look to them through wisdom and with the Logos incarnate in Christ. And it also seems like you don't believe in religion in the way that the average Christian says that they believe in religion. And there are as many gods out there as there are believers, because everybody has mutually exclusive and different views of what God is. So it seems
well,
like...
if everybody had mutually exclusive views of what God is, no one could speak to each other. The mere fact of communication presumes a commonality of assumption and definition. And it's certainly not the case that I regard any archetypal manifestation whatsoever as equally religious. So that's not a real claim. Let me give you an example. For example, there's a sub-narrative in the story of Moses where Moses is rewarded with a glimpse of God. Okay, and that's one of the ways that God is characterized in the Old Testament stories.
Yes.
Now, Moses is a faithful servant of God and a good man. At least that's the case within the confines of the story.
One possible interpretation.
It's the case within the confines of the story, obviously.
Obviously. When we look at the Bible can't precisely say anything because there are so many different exegetical and hermeneutic views of this particular book, and that everybody has everybody has disagreed historically on, it seems like, even the most benign detail about a book this big. And it seems like you can only say that the Bible says something if you first presuppose that it's univocal.
So your claim essentially is that Moses in the Old Testament plays the role of a villain or is irrelevant? Because the alternative claim is that he's good. I'm saying that we can't know,
because we can't talk to those authors.
If you are going to start with the presupposition that there's nothing I can say about any of these stories that you're not going to disagree with from the perspective that there are multiple potential competing claims, then I can't speak with you. So
we also have a short time here, so I want to get to the core of what you're arguing here, and I'd love if we could...
The core of what I'm arguing is that atheists reject God, but they don't understand what they're rejecting. So I'm trying to give you an example of what's being rejected and its complexity. Okay, so God rewards Moses with a glimpse of the divine. So this is a definition of the God that atheists are hypothetically rejecting.
A possible one.
I said I didn't say the. I said That
is possible,
Ooh,
yes.
Feisty.
Okay. So despite the fact that Moses is a stellar character and he's had a long and difficult life and can withstand a lot of difficulty and travail, God puts him between 2 cliffs. So he can just see a crack of what's in front of him. And when God walks by, he allows him to see his back. Okay, so the implication of that story is that the divine is fundamentally unknowable. It's a pinnacle experience, and that people in their finitude have to be shielded from a comprehensive vision of the basis of reality. Well, that's not the God that's defined in that manner, right? It's not a simple personification. It's not a simple old man in the sky. It's something that in its essence is unknowable and overwhelming. And that isn't, in my experience, the God that's defined by atheists who are attempting to undermine the story. I mean, it's the same claim, for example, that you're a finite creature and that you face something that in the final analysis is unknowable, and that you have to establish a relationship with it regardless of your inability to perceive or even withstand perceiving the whole. Okay, is there a problem with that?
I mean, the problem is that when we look at, famously, when you've been asked, do you believe in God? The question becomes, what do we mean by God? And in the Bible, it's not even clear the biblical authors know what God is, because Yahweh has historically emerged from an early storm god, a deity that doesn't exhaust the category of deity, and that has changed over the Old Testament. Does God have physicality? Does God not have physicality? It seems like, yes, if you define religion to mean anybody that has an aim, anybody that looks at the unknown, anybody who wants to go from chaos to order is inherently religious, then yes. But also in the same way, I could define atheist as somebody who doesn't dogmatically believe in a religion, or somebody who doesn't regularly attend religious services or belong to a denomination. To help especially the audience kind of like boil this down, there was a lot of words there. That the central claim is that we exist somewhere between the finite and the infinite.
A central claim.
A central claim is that we exist somewhere between the finite and the infinite.
No, I said that we were finite and we had to establish a relationship with the infinite.
Yeah, then in that case,
Which
then
is what
we're
he
all
just said.
religious, but then I can do the same thing and define one particular element of atheism. It seems like we both have a reductive view of what the other side looks like, to the point where a conversation seems incoherent, and not just incoherent, but not in the way that the average Christian understands Christianity to be.
Do you have a
Okay,
problem
let's
with...
pause there. Sorry, you've been voted out by
Awesome.
the majority.
Can you see how this is going to go there, motherfucking artist?
Dude, because I mean, dude, that kid was spitting some shit. Like that was some real shit.
Yeah, I
have a
agree.
feeling
He
it's
knew his
gonna
stuff.
go- I have a feeling this is going to go down from hill. From here.
Oh, yes.
Rather.
It
Go
does. It
downhill
does.
from
It does.
here.
It does. 100%.
Oh, awesome.
We're going to keep going.
Hey, how's it going?
How
Nice to meet you.
doing? Nice to meet you,
David.
too. David, good to see you.
Tell me everything that you know about the Polynesian deity Lono, L-O-N-O.
I don't know anything about the Polynesian deity Lono.
So you're rejecting something without knowledge of what you're rejecting.
I'm not rejecting it.
Do you
more
be-
than I'm
do
rejecting
you believe in
anything
Lono?
that I don't know anything
Do you
about.
believe in Lono?
I
Do you
fail to
believe
see
that
the
he is a
relevance of
deity
that.
that exists in the world, exists in the universe, that exists in the existence of everything? Do you believe that Lono
I'll
is
answer that
already a
question
shit
once you
argument.
answer my
Your
question,
claim is
which is,
unavailable.
do I reject everything that I'm ignorant of? Because that's your presupposition that undergirds.
Yo, what up? Who the fuck came in?
This is
Oh, Tactical.
Fat Nap.
What up, man? Listen, we're
You
going
keep
over
saying
this
that,
fucking
bro.
Jordan Peterson joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your stream went down.
What do you mean it went down?
It's unavailable. It just says stream is unavailable.
Jubilee probably hit you.
Yeah, Jubilee hit you, man.
Fucking bitches. Hold up, bro. Like, listen. Yo, man, listen. Hang on a second. Here's what we're gonna do, bro. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end this, right? And we'll just fucking, we'll pop